So we're in focus. So forgive me, I haven't done a vlog before. So in this vlog, we're going to be talking about time management. And what better time to talk about time management than when your flight got cancelled and the next available flight is the next day and it's by 4 p.m. So this video is not going to have a particular structure and all that. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Should I do this video with my glasses on or off? Let's do it off. So there isn't going to be a structure to this video. There isn't going to be a structure to this video. I'm just going to be giving you some tips that I use from time to time to make the most of my time, especially in situations where circumstances are trying to waste your time. So the first tip is actually a stoic tip. I believe there is no tomorrow. Think about it. What you call tomorrow is actually a couple of hours from now. So sometimes it helps to think about life as just this one continuous long day that is never going to end. It just gets dark sometimes and it gets brighter sometimes, but just this long day that never ends. So when you say, oh, I'm going to do this thing tomorrow, what you're simply saying is, I'm going to sleep for 4 hours now, and then when I wake up, I'm going to do this thing. All right? It will help you with your procrastination, I promise you. You are always in control of your time, even when you say, oh, I just don't have time. Actually, you have time. You have the control. You just have some things that you've blocked into your calendar for an entire day that you feel like you cannot take out of it for any reason. So for you, I would suggest you actually log your time. Actually take a week and write down every single thing you did in that day and how many minutes or how many hours you used to do it. You will be shocked how much time you are wasting in between things that you do. Prioritize your to-do list. Simple. Have a to-do list for the day. You don't have to knock out every item on that list, but prioritize it. You can apply the Pareto rule here, whereby 20% of your effort brings 80% returns. So you may have a to-do list of 10 items, but I can guarantee you that 2 items out of that 10 is going to give you 80% more productivity or results than the remaining 8. So just prioritize your to-do list. Start with the hardest ones. Start with the ones that will give you the most returns. And then the other ones that will give you lesser returns, you can push those ones to the bottom. So there's time blocking or week blocking. So this is where so let's say you have 3 projects. You can say I'm going to work on project A from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Then I'm going to rest. And then from 11:30 a.m. I'm going to work on project B to 2 p.m. Once it is 11, you stop. Regardless of where you are, regardless of how far you've gone, there's nothing like, oh, let me just do this extra bit and then I know I stop. Because by the time you do that, you find that you are now giving more time to some projects and the other projects are suffering. And if you don't suffer now, you will suffer later when the clients will start hounding you why you've not finished their work. All right. And you can also block your week. I do this personally. So a typical week for me when I don't have any heavy shoot, Mondays are for content, YouTube content, social media content and whatnot. So I shoot, I write the whole day, just dedicated to content. Tuesdays is for client work. So if I'm editing something or I have a shoot to go do, I would usually want to schedule it on a Tuesday. Wednesdays are learning days. Wednesdays are dedicated to just learning, increasing my skill. Someone told me one time, or someone spoke to me one time and said, oh, I want to be like you. I want to get to your level of color grading. And I said, you will never get to my level of color grading. Not because I feel like I am so skilled that you will never get to, it's because the next time you will be talking to me, my skill level would have gone up because I am learning constantly. And if you are not learning constantly, I mean, you will never catch up. Yeah? Sorry about that. Impromptu video. I said, sorry guys. I actually feel like I will not post this video, but I hope I'm giving value anyway. Give yourself deadlines, okay? Give yourself deadlines. That helps. And this works hand in hand with time blocking. if you give yourself 6 hours, if you tell yourself, I have 6 hours to work on this project and then I have to move on to another project, you will find that you will do a lot more in those 6 hours. But if you give yourself the entire day to do that same project, you'll find that it's going to take you the entire day to do the same amount of work that it took you to do it in 6 hours. So just being more precise and setting deadlines for yourself and telling yourself that, look, this thing, I'm going to get to this point. Sorry about that. I'm going to get to this point. Oh, it's somebody's birthday today. I'm going to get to this point. Yeah, guys, this is what I go through in recording videos. I lose my train of thought all the time. I feel so weird. I'm not sure I'm going to release this video. Keep things short and straight to the point. This is probably one of the reasons why I prefer text messages than calls, because you call someone and you can start talking with that person for 15 minutes. And let's not even get into how calls can distract you and take you away from your focus. If you haven't watched my video on how I edit really fast, it's a 2-part series. You should go watch it, because I talk about how a single phone call or a single text message can take, I mean, you literally just witnessed how I lost my chain of thought. Train, all join. Just because I got a notification while recording this video. Keep things short and straight to the point. One of the reasons I prefer text messages is because it forces them to compress whatever it is that they wanted to say for 10 minutes. It forces them to compress it into 150 words, straight to the point. Don't waste my time, and I will give you your response, and we're done. I hate general meetings as well. Time is money. I think about time as money, literally. If 1 hour costs $100, so times that by 24, so that's $2,400. If you had to pay $2,400 every day to get 24 hours, would you waste a single minute of those hours? I don't think so. That's why one mind-changing movie that I ever saw was a film called, I think it's called Time. It's Justin Timberlake and I forget the name of the actress. It's about time. You know, time became like a currency. And speaking about time being money and valuing your time, you know, pay for services. You know, pay for services that will save your time. I mean, me personally, cooking. The time you spend in cooking compared to the time that it will take you to eat the food. Now, wow, what's the difference between someone going by road and someone flying by air? Yes, one is definitely more expensive than the other, but the person flying by air is going to get there faster, ultimately saving more time. It can be argued about stress, which one is more stressful. I can argue with you that flying by air is actually more stressful mentally than going by road, but that's an argument for another day. And so to wrap up this video, plan. Even though this video was not planned, the bluntest pen is sharper than the sharpest memory. I think that's how the saying goes. Have a to-do list, you know, just write down the things that you need to do so you don't forget. That's number one. Prioritize it. Start with the most important ones, the ones that will give you the most returns for that particular day, and even if you don't do the other ones. And that is it. I don't have anything. I don't even know if I'm going to post this video, but let's see how it goes.